Hey teachers, welcome back to the 1920 school year. Just want to give you some things to remember and think about when we start talking about grades in Skyward. Couple of things you need to do. You do need to watch the gradebook setup video that is in the hub close to this quick little video. I also want you to view the PowerPoint that talks about the new button. Still get a lot of questions from a lot of people about the new button in the gradebook. And I want you to watch the PowerPoint on how to do a grade change request. So we still get a lot of questions about the grade change request as well. The other big thing I want to talk to you about as far as your gradebook goes is please, please, please consider simplifying your gradebook categories. They're really, just because all of those options are there in the gradebook does not mean you have to use them all. Those are there obviously as an option, but there is nothing preventing you from having 60% of your grades as daily grades, homework grades, and then maybe a mid 6 weeks exam that might be worth 10 or 20%, and then a 6 weeks exam worth no more than 20%. So just be mindful of how you're setting that up. I'm not going to say a whole lot more about that yet because I think some of you are going to standards-based grading this fall, and so I want to give you an opportunity to have those conversations with your departments and your teams, and so making those decisions, and then we'll look more closely at how the gradebook needs to be set up. But the other thing I want you to think about doing is creating an email folder. I will send out some important information to you via email about grades as the year goes on. So that's always critical. I don't send out frivolous stuff. And then to let you know that we will have a roll-in for teachers the second week of school. I know that's kind of a crazy time, but we want you to attend because that's where by then you will know what you're going to do for your gradebook and your grades and how you're going to do that. And so we'll be checking your gradebook, answering questions, and giving you some tips and tricks for the gradebook. And so we'll give you that date coming up soon. But I do want to give you a heads up that we will do a roll-in pretty quickly before we get too far into the school year. We've got to have the gradebooks set up before we can have grades for the progress report for the first time. So welcome back. Glad you're here, and make sure you get those other videos and PowerPoints watched. Thanks.